Howdy Ramblers. We're here for another episode of Easy Camp Cooking.
Yeah, today we're going to be making chili.
Yeah, we're making it from a kit. That's an easy way to save time. We use Carol Shelby's. I think 4 Alarm's also okay, and the rest of them taste like crap. If you have your own chili recipe, some of the other tips we have here, you could definitely adapt and use them. So the first thing we're going to do is just add a little oil to the pan, which actually keep in our handy dandy cooking kit.
Alright, so we just have a few main ingredients to go into this besides the kit, and that is onions, bell peppers, and turkey meat.
We did buy some pre-cut to show you a way you can save time, or chop before you come. Chopping the onions and bell peppers here at camp wouldn't take that long. I think that still falls into easy camp cooking. What really makes it easy is the easy cleanup. We're going to cook this all in one pot. I'm going to save a little bit for a topping. I'm just going to stir these till they start to soften, then we'll add the meat.
So we're going to be adding the ground turkey to the onions and bell peppers that we have going here. Eric's going to do that here in a minute. The reason we use turkey is because, well, we like the flavor. We feel that it absorbs the flavor of all the chili layers well. And it's lean. This one's 15%. You can get it less or more. But we find that this has less tendency to stick to the bottom of the pot. And you can also, use beef or pork if you want to. So we're just going to mix up the turkey meat here with the onions and the bell peppers.
All right, so it's browning up nicely, and you want to go until you really don't see any more pink in there. And we're going to start to add in the other ingredients, and this is where we have our own method that I think makes it just right. And the first thing I'm going to add is the entire main spice packet. It's just going to help open that spicy flavor up a little more and bring it out. Yeah, you can smell it already. And make sure that gets in direct contact with the meat. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the salt and cayenne too. And I think we do anywhere between 1/4 and 1/2 of the cayenne usually. That's probably a good start. You can always add more later when you taste it. Don't add it all at first. And then the salt, we usually do about 1/2. I don't like it real salty. So now that those are in there, it's getting really hot. We're going to start adding our liquids. This is tomato sauce. This is called for in the kit recipe. All right, here's where we have a deviation. It calls for 2 cans of water. But what are we going to do?
We're going to add beer.
We always make our chili with beer, and you should too. But you have to be careful. You can overpower the chili if you use the wrong beer. So my suggestion is you either pick a very light pale lager, like an American beer or maybe a European lager, light and crisp, or you go for something amber but not too hoppy.
Okay, this is ready for beer.
This is our red bitter, which despite the name is not very bitter. It's malty. It's basically an amber with not a lot of alcohol in it. I think this is going to work really well. So it calls for 2 cans. I know that this is a 15 ounce, which is almost 2 cans, so we're just going to do that amount.
Okay, now we stir it up, let it simmer, and it should be ready to eat soon.
And the instructions say that if you want to add beans, you could add your can of beans, a 15 ounce can, at the end, the last 5 minutes of cooking. If we were doing beans tonight, we would add them now. We want to bring it up to a boil, and then you're going to put it down to a simmer. And the longer you cook it, the better. It says that this can be ready in 30 minutes after it starts simmering. 15 minutes, that's not going to happen. The longer you simmer, the better. At home, we like to make this in the crock pot and just let it go for hours and hours. That really makes the flavors come together.
So we've been letting this simmer for 1.5 hours. So now the last step is to throw what's called masa, which comes in the kit. It's a thickening agent, so you want to put that right into a cup with some water.
Just about 1/4 cup.
And mix it up. And this is just in the last few minutes that you're going to be cooking this. You don't want to add it any sooner than that. Basically turns your chili from a soup into an actual chili. Eric's going to put that right in. Okay. And then you let it sit for like 5 more minutes.
I did taste it and add a little more salt. I think we got it spicy enough.
So we're ready to serve it up. We have some cheese, some onions to sprinkle on top and to crumble on top to make it some crunchy. Got some pita chips.
Now, I typically associate chili with either eating it on Fritos or rice. But we don't have either of those today. We're going to do pita chips. People eat chili with crackers. You can eat it by itself. You can eat it on something. Now this is a 2-pound kit, and so this is actually more food than we're going to be able to eat. So if you know you're going to have leftovers or something, you know, take a big bag, but this keeps and will just taste better later, either when you get home or for a meal the next day at camp. That came out just right.
I think so.
A very satisfying meal, very easy.
You can chill out while it's cooking.
Let us know what you like to do with your chili. Do you make chili when you go camping?
Leave a comment.
Subscribe up above on the YouTubes.
Especially if you'd like to see more of these. If you have any suggestions for future easy cooking meals, we'll take your suggestions. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And I'm going to eat my chili now.
I'm already started.
All right, that's it for now. Until next time,
Ramble on.